Hello, hello, hello. It is that time again. So let me just address the elephant in the room. I'm not going to go on camera because we are here now to review the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion looks, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the overall season and some freshly developing stories behind potential a housewife's exit from this group. But before we get into that, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and we are back. So, without further ado, let's get into the looks. So, let's get this out the way. We noticed in this group photo in the intro of this video, Garcelle is not pictured. And I've heard some tea of what happened during the reunion, but yeah, something happened. We'll just say that. So, for those who don't know, she did just come out. I'm actually recording this on a Tuesday. She did come out to state that she will not be back for next season. So this was Garcelle's last season on the show, and she's quit while she was still on top. So I don't know. I know she mentioned in her IG story that it did have to do with, both her twin boys. It's their senior year of high school, and she wants to be able to enjoy that with them without the cameras. We already know one of the children did not want to be on the show after being bullied from being on the show. And then also the other twin, the one who was on the show this past season, he is really, finding his footing with his model career. So she really wants to be kind of there for that. And then we also found out that she's going to have more and more projects as she, continues on with her deal that she has with Lifetime and her having a production deal and all that stuff. So Garcelle's booked and busy. So I'm not really worried about her as far as, her continuing on. She used this show for what she was supposed to do when it comes to this show. She used it as a launching pad to research her career. And that I love. And honestly, to be completely transparent, without Garcelle on the show, and depending on how this reunion goes, I don't know if I'm going to watch next season, to be fully transparent. Because I heard some things, and if those things are true, I don't know if I'm going to watch next season. And it is related to Garcelle not being in this picture, is from what I heard of the why. I'm not going to spoil that for you. If you guys follow news outside of this, outside of watching the show, it is what it is. But I'm just going to wait until I see it on my screen and then build my opinion based upon that. That's what I almost always try to do, just because you just never know. But back to her look. This look, what she has going on, this is easily Garcelle's best look. If Swan Song was a person, this is giving Swan Song. This is giving Kobe Bryant's last dance. Like, it's giving all that. It's like, I'm gonna be out of here, but I'm about to look my best and I'm about to do my thing. Also, side note, the other thing that I do enjoy about all the ladies' looks overall is I'm glad that they finally have a theme. This was always my complaint when it came to a lot of the White Housewife shows. They did not have a theme. You have Atlanta and Potomac and Miami always had a theme, but those are like the multicultural melanated cast. So it's just kind of like, okay, now. So now we got something. But anyway, so outside of that, how did I feel about Garcelle overall this season? I think she was just coasting through. She has been coasting through for the past couple seasons. But if you saw how much of a hard time she had, bringing up the difficult conversations of race and all that, the women did not make it easy for her to open up. So therefore, she was not going to do that. So as much as it was a problem for us as viewers, I understood exactly why, especially after a castmate has cussed my son out. she just, yeah, I wouldn't even be on the show anymore. I actually would have went to jail if it was me. But that's a whole nother thing. Like she just, she carried herself so well when it came to that, and I just appreciate and love her contribution to the show. And Bose, I'm speaking directly to you. She made it easier for you to be on this show because up until Garcelle, there was no representation. I'm just going to throw it out there. And if the rumors are true from what I'm hearing, again, I won't be watching next season if it's what I think it is. But anyway, so that's kind of what happened here. But anyway, oh yeah, that's kind of how I feel about her look. She is giving what needs to be gave. She's looking like a snack. She looks amazing. Overall, yes, yes, and yes. How I forgot to mention, how would I rate this look? Yeah, it's a 10. 10 out of 10. She did that. She did that. And by the way, we're doing the ratings 1 through 10. But yeah, no, easily my favorite look of all the ladies. She did that. 10s across the board. And 10s across the board when it comes to her contribution to this show. And she will be missed. And child, it's going to be a rough one for the next girl who I'm about to get to. And speaking of that, Sutton. Now this look, it's okay. For Sutton, she looks good. I feel like with Sutton, you always have to grade on a curve. So I'm gonna give her look 7.5, and that's me being super nice about it. But with Sutton, you always have to just kind of grade her with a curve, just for the sheer fact that, number one, she has the money for the high designer things, but she just, the dress or anything she wears is always wearing her. Because let's be real, like it just is what it is. She's very awkward, and it just things that's just what it is. But overall though, she does look good. I think them having a theme is helping Sutton for sure. I am glad that she is wearing something where we can't see how thin she is, because at least for me, her thinness is kind of off-putting. And hopefully I'm not speaking ill of her, and hopefully she doesn't have any major health issues that's contributing to that. But I'm just stating aesthetically, there's certain things if you have her kind of frame, you should probably dress, there's things you need to wear for that to make sense. Like, let's just be real. For the aesthetically look good. And in this case, I think she looks great. Now, how did I feel about Sutton this overall season? I'll be truthful. She lost me last episode. As soon as she did not have Garcelle's back for that last time, she lost me. I am really mainly Team Sutton off the strength of Garcelle being Team Sutton. Now, once Garcelle ain't there, I don't know how I feel about it. And so I think now, though, with her not being there anymore and how Sutton did what she did, and child, allegedly, and rumor has it, that didn't help when it came to what happened in the reunion. I guess I don't know. I'm just putting the pieces together. I don't know for facts on that, but if what she did this last episode before the season finale is what she does during the reunion, yeah, I could see why Garcelle, I could see that would be other reasons why Garcelle's like, I'm done. But also too, yeah, Garcelle was the only true friend you had on the show, so I don't know what that's going to look like next season. I think Sutton is in danger. She is in danger, big danger, especially for how she spirals. And because she didn't really have any allies on the show. And Garcelle kind of like, stepped down to make sure, in my opinion, she stepped down to make sure Sutton has someone to like film with and stuff. Because I think if Sutton was never there, I think Garcelle would have been accepted in the group a little bit more. I think the Sutton factor and her having Sutton's back was one of the main reasons why she was never accepted in the group when it came to like the Fox Force flunkies. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, overall, this looks okay. Could she have done more with her hair? Yes, but Sutton, again, this is like one of those casts where like the looks are not going to give what we wanted to give. These are not necessarily the high fashion girlies. Probably the next person we're going to get to is a high fashion girly, but that's about it. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so let's get to Dorit. Dorit's look, it's okay. I'm gonna give Dorit's look a solid 8.5. I'm not mad at it. I love a classic Hollywood look. I love Dorit's hair. I love her accessories. I love the shoes. Dorit just typically doesn't get it wrong when it comes to reunion looks. Last reunion that was rough, but this reunion she definitely is bringing it. Now how do I feel about Dorit overall this season? Um, I didn't. I liked her more because she finally did something, but overall, I did not like how much she was antagonizing um, Sutton and trying to pretend she wasn't doing anything. I thought that was a little crazy, but overall, I am concerned with how next season's going to look though, because I think she is going to be one of the people that is going to be getting Sutton out the paint. That's going to be a whole entire problem. It's going to be a triple team at least, and that's hopeful, being hopeful that Bose doesn't tag in and it's a four-way. Well, 4 against 1. 4v1 basically. Against Sutton. But outside of that, I think Dorit doesn't. She lost some of her plot line when it comes to Garcelle at all, but she kind of lost that anyway because Garcelle and her made up, partially because Bose was there. I feel like, but I am curious to see how that's going to look now. Well, actually, it's one of those things like we're never going to see if it would ever materialize anything for the sheer fact that Garcelle's not coming back. So that's kind of one of those stories now that's like going to be basically dropped because Garcelle's not coming back. And I feel like Dorit's issues with Garcelle was one of her major plot lines outside of her divorce. So I am curious to what Dorit's going to be doing next season, or if they're finally going to just wrap it up with her. Or is she going to try to stretch this divorce storyline until she has something else? Who knows? Anyway, but that's kind of how I feel about Dorit when it comes to this. Speaking of another housewife with no storyline in sight, Erica. Woo! Sutton, honestly, with Erica by herself, Sutton should be afraid. Because what Sutton had in the past was Garcelle as a buffer to stop Erica from taking it to hell. And now she doesn't have it anymore. And especially the way Sutton has been acting this past season, her antics is going to be a whole entire problem. And they have all the ammo to go after her. So, but other than that, I don't. When it comes to Erica and her story and what she has going on, I don't know what else they have when it comes to her because she didn't really bring much this season. Her whole entire storyline was about her house getting decorated. That was it. But anyway, outside of that, let's get into her look. Now, I really, really, really like Erica's look this time around. I like it because I think last season is when she was really on the O, like the Ozempic of it all. And now it looks like it's evened out more. So her figure looks a little bit more natural, in my opinion. And I love how simple this dress is. I love how her hair is looking. I love the gold on her. I am curious to see how this dress is going to look sitting down. But overall, it's a good look. Erica is a very gorgeous woman. We know that. So I'm going to give this look a 9. It's a solid 9 for me. It's probably my second favorite look so far. So right now, I would say Garcelle, Erica, Dorit, Sutton. That's the order. Next, let's get into Bose. Now, Bose, she was a newbie this season. Overall, I think she had a good season. Now, I do like that she did give Dorit a friend this season because otherwise it would have been a gang up. Like, because we knew Kyle initially wanted to try to get Dorit off the show. And it just wasn't going to happen on Bose's watch. And so I think that helped a lot. And I do like the dynamic of Bose and Erica. It's a dynamic that I wish could have happened with Erica and Garcelle, but I feel like Sutton got in the way of that. So that's kind of my main thing with that. But other than that, yes, Bo's look, it's giving black as F. I love it. One thing I will say, this is just my only slight critique of this look. I know Bose loves to dress loud at all times and kind of just like, you know, I would like to see Bose with a subtle look every so often. Everything is always bam in your face. I know that's her personality, but I just would like, to see where it's not that. So overall, I'm going to give this an 8.5. So I think it is a better look than Dorit because it's a little bit more creative. But to me, and this is just more of a wish list for me. Coming next season, if she comes back next season, I would like to see, and if I'm watching next season, I gotta use a whole bunch of caveats with that. I would like to see her not looking as I would like her looks to be a little bit more subtle every so often. Everything is always like bam, bam, bam. Sometimes less is more. But anyway, how do I feel about Bose overall when it comes to the season? Again, I liked her overall. I did not like how she was a little too overly biased when it comes to Dorit, but this last episode, the episode before the season finale, she did dial it back finally. But I don't know what this reunion, child. I heard some things, and if it's true, my opinion with her will be completely different. So that's the caveat when it comes to that. But overall, I think she had a great season, and I did enjoy her. Next, let's get into Kyle. Child, what is this? What is she wearing? I'm so disappointed. Kyle, you had a theme and you still somehow are dressing somewhat tacky. Now, what I don't like about this dress, number one, I don't know if it's how she's like posing, but it looks like an awkward fit. And the stripes based off her body type is making her look wider than what she is. And we know Kyle has an amazing body and she's fit. But somehow this dress makes her look not good. And the other thing I will say about this dress is also getting at me and bothering me is she has sheer, like the sheer nude look, but it's not really nude. You can see it. And the whole point of having that sheer nude look is supposed to look like it's part of your skin. It's supposed to give the illusion that you're showing more than what you're showing. But if we can see it, it doesn't really land. And in her case, it's not really landing. And also the other thing that I would say is why, if you have a dress that looks like this, you should not have your hair partially down. Her hair, in my opinion, should have been all up. And I think this would have at least tried to clean up the dress. But it just wasn't a good dress. It's not a good dress for her. And yeah, I don't like the dress. So I'm going to give her a 6. It is a 6. This is like, honestly, the worst look. It's the worst look for me. Now, how I feel about Kyle this season. Kyle, actually, this is the first season in a while that Kyle did not get on my nerves as much. Now, when it comes to her and the Morgan weight of it all, that is annoying and still annoying. But everything else, I think for the first time in a while, she was transparent and not talking as much in circles. But yeah, minus that part when it comes to her and Morgan. Because it's like, there's still pieces missing when it comes to that whole entire storyline. And honestly, there's still even pieces missing when it comes to the divorce piece of it. But at this point, since I feel like the parties involved are in a good place, I don't know why she just can't say what happened and just keep it cute and be like, okay, I forgave him though, and be done with it. Like, I don't understand. Unless it's like a financial thing, to me, just say it. But anyway, Kyle, do I want her back? No. Is she going to be back? Yes, because it's her show. So I'm not even going to keep saying I don't want her back because we know that's just not going to happen. The only way they will ever have a true cast shakeup and this show will ever change substantially is if she's no longer on the show. But we know that will never happen because this is like her thing. But anyway, that's kind of how I feel about that. Okay, let's get into the friend of. So let's first talk about Kathy. Kathy's look is, she looks like Kathy Hilton. Like, Kathy is one of those women who does not take fashion risk. Like, her looks are always going to give matronly, and it actually kind of reminds me of what she wore in the season premiere episode. It's not good, but it's not bad. But Kathy's never been known for her fashion, so I'm going to give this look a 6. I mean, it's also like because it's not good, it's not great. It's just Kathy. And because she is a friend of, I don't really have much to rate her with. Do I want her to come back as a friend of? Of course. I would love for her to be a full-time housewife, but we know we'll never get that because also too, if you've seen Kathy Hilton on other shows that are not The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I promise you I don't want that either because she is not the same person as what she represents on this show. We would see more of that mean side of her if she was on this show full time. And her limited capacity, you don't see it. So let's just keep it there when it comes to that. When it comes to Kathy. Lastly, let's talk Jennifer Tilly. Now, Jennifer Tilly, I actually love this look on her. She is giving a bombshell. I actually love the gold on her. I really like this look. So I'm going to rate this a 7.5. So if I was to rate the girls in order, Garcelle first, Erica, no, I think I did both. Yeah, no, Erica, Bose, Dorit, Jennifer Tilly, Sutton, Kyle, and Kathy. That's, I think, the order of how I rate the girls. Now, I want more Jennifer Tilly, but I heard a lot of the girlies don't like her. But honestly, if Jennifer Tilly's not on the show next season and not promoted to full time, oh, Sun's really in trouble. But even her being a friend of, she's good. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I think Sun's in trouble either way. I'm just kind of interested now to see who they're going to have as a replacement now that Garcelle's leaving. So, but yeah, that does conclude my little video when it comes to how I feel about the overall season and the looks. Overall, how I felt about the season. Let's just wrap that up because I kind of went about everyone's individual stuff. Overall, it was an okay season. I didn't love it though. They do definitely need to switch things up and shake it up because it's kind of it was just all right. Like honestly, Real Housewives of Atlanta is more entertaining to me than Beverly Hills. And then the Potomac reunion was more entertaining to me than Beverly Hills. Now, Potomac, the season, not so much, but the reunion was. And I don't know, just there's other shows that are just doing a better job overall. And I think they definitely do need to shake things up and switch it out a little bit. I think the way even Garcelle's leaving on her own, she was there for 6 seasons. I kind of wish the Housewives would just do that. Like, only stay for like 6 seasons and switch it out. You could come back, but like, we need, overall, I think just when it comes to the health of the Real Housewives shows, not just Beverly Hills, that would be nice if the Housewives did that because it would keep the show fresh and new. It'll be a way to integrate new faces with old faces, and then we'll just keep going on seamlessly like it's a soap opera. Because I mean, pretty much that's kind of what it is for us. But anyway, that does conclude the video. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.